Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Korky and welcome to episode 2 of this tactics testing series. We're quick bit of housekeeping. We're testing this tactic with Man City, who are expected to win the Premier League. We're testing with Birmingham City, who are expected to finish a little bit below halfway in the Championship. We're testing with Portsmouth, who are expected to finish a little bit above halfway in League One. And we're also testing with Rochdale, who are expected to finish bottom of League Two. So let's get a quick look at the tactic first of all. So here we have it is a 4-2-3-1. We're calling this one the Chaos Hammer. Very simple reason being we had previously ran a test with this with Man City, and Erling Haaland ended up scoring 123 goals in all competitions. So we thought this might be just a little bit of a crazy tactic in terms of attacking. We'll get a quick look at the instructions in just a second. As you can see, we are playing a 4-2-3-1. The tactic style is a custom gegenpress with an attacking mentality. In possession, we've quite a lot of instructions on this one. We are playing fairly wide. We are passing in the space. We're playing out from the back. We're focusing play down both flanks, and we're also overlapping two fullbacks on the flanks as well. We are playing with a shorter passing style. We are playing with a slightly higher tempo. In the final third, we're putting in mixed crosses. We're working in the ball into the box. We're also playing for set pieces. We're going to run at the defence and be more expressive as well. In transition, we are playing with a counter press and a counter attack. We are distributing the ball to the centre back and the goalkeeper taking short kicks. And out of possession, we're playing with a high press, a higher defensive line. We're trigger pressing much more often, and we're preventing short goalkeeper distribution as well. So that's the team instructions. Let's have a quick look at the player instructions. First of all, starting with the goalkeeper, obviously, we have a super keeper on support, no additional instructions. In centre back, we've got two ball playing defenders, both on same instructions, tackle harder, mark tighter. At right back, we have a full back on support. His only additional instructions are to cross more often and to mark tighter. Whilst on left back, we have a wing back on support, cross more often, stay wider, ease off tackles, and mark tighter. We decided to go with ease off tackles because in the previous test we had done with Man City, we found that our left backs were getting booked very, very often and suspended quite often as a result of that. In centre midfield, we have a central midfielder on support duty. Additional instructions are more direct passes, run wide with the ball, get further forward, and mark tighter. And a box to box midfielder also on support duty with more direct passes, run wide with the ball, and get further forward. Just in front of them, we have an attacking midfielder on attack duty. Additional instructions are to take more risks, cross more often, aim the crosses to the centre, hold up the ball, move in the channels, and mark tighter. And on the flanks, we have identical inside forwards, both on support duty. The only additional instruction is to aim crosses to the centre, which is where they will find Erling Haaland in this instance as an advanced forward on attack duty, take more risks, dribble more, and shoot more often. So that is the team instructions. We'll have a quick look at the team here, and as you can see, Erling Haaland not quite as successful as last time, but he has come away there with 68 goals in all competitions, and Julian Alvarez coming away with 33, and even Kevin De Bruyne contributing with 19, and Mahrez with 10. A quick look at the league table, and we'll see we finished as champions, which was the objective of the season. We finished there on 88 points, only 2 points ahead of Man United. As you can see there, we have lost 6 games there against Wolves, Villa, West Ham, Newcastle, Brighton, and Man United. Probably Man United, maybe Newcastle, and even Wolves have finished in 6th place. But a lot of those games we probably should have won, given the no disrespect to other teams, but given how much better Man City are compared with them. As we can see, Erling Haaland winning the Golden Boot with 45 league goals for the season as well. Haaland and Julian Alvarez coming away as the two best players, and Alvarez coming in with 15 assists in total, making him joint top assists in the league. Erling Haaland, most players of the match. Ederson with the most clean sheets, and as we can see there, João Cancelo again still with 14 bookings is the joint most in the league. So that left back position is a little bit problematic. It's a little bit aggressive perhaps, so we may need to tweak that a little bit. So very successful in the league, as we can see here in the data hub in terms of attacking positions. Very successful, as we can see, almost 3 goals per game, which is 1.5 higher than the league average, if I'm correct, 1.49 more than the league average. Football Manager's doing this thing. So very high in expected goals, a lot of shots taken, shots on target not quite as higher a percentage than the league average. A lot of dribbles per game, a lot of cross completed per game. Pass completion ratio a little bit lower than expected, and a very good ratio on the fouls against as well. In terms of the defending stats, as we can see, it's not great. We have outperformed the league in a couple of positions. We've conceded a lot less goals. We've made a few more tackle attempts. We've our tackles won is pretty much bang on the league average. Made a few more interceptions per game. Not so many blocks, clearances, or fouls made as well. Um, So that's the data hub for Man City. Having a look at the competitions, as we can see, first of all, Community Shield, first game of the season, of course. We have beat Liverpool there 5-1. As you can see there, Erling Haaland has scored a hat-trick in that game as well. Moving on to the Carabao Cup, and we've beat Wolves in that 6-1 as well. And if we go back to then, as we can see, in the FA Cup, we've lost the final there to Arsenal 3-2, which is disappointing. Looking at the stats in the game, as you can see, we're 3-1 down going into half time. We're actually 3-2 down at half time. Erling Haaland scored in stoppage time in the first half, and really not an awful lot else happened during the second half. As you can see there, the match momentum's kind of fairly evenly balanced. Arsenal probably dominating more in the second half, but there are a few spells here where it was fairly even. So that is the success we've had with Man City. As we see, we've won 3 of the 4 domestic trophies there, come in second place in the other one, and a little bit disappointing in the Champions League final where we got knocked out by AC Milan. We did get knocked out on penalties after both games finished on the same score. And if we scroll down here, so Kevin De Bruyne missed his penalty. And that's ultimately the one that cost us. So a little bit disappointing to go out on penalties in that. As we will see then, AC Milan went on to play against Liverpool and lost 7-2 on aggregate. Having checked that, they were actually 2-0 up from the first leg and lost the second leg 7-0. And Liverpool then going on to lose to PSG in the final on penalties as well. So that's how we've done with Man City. Let's jump to the Championship and have a look at Birmingham. And as we can see here, Birmingham, straight away, Troy Deeney, top goal scorer with 30 goals. And as we can see, Chong and Hogan coming in with 17 goals each as well. So having a quick look at the data hub, similar story to Man City. We've created a lot of opportunities. We've created a lot of, we have a very high XG. We have an average 2 goals per game, which is 0.74 more than the league average. So we've done very well in the attacking spaces. Defensively, it's been okay. It's been kind of less than average, or less than better than the average league percentage. So it's been okay, but the most important detail here is we have finished second in the league. We've gained automatic promotion, and that is only by virtue of goal difference. As we can see here, we finished on the same wins, losses, draws, same points as Watford. We've beat them by 2 goals. So we've been promoted based on 2 goals. If we had turned one of these draws into a win, depending on the scoreline, we may have possibly have gained automatic. We may possibly have won the Championship. Certainly another win and a draw would have done that for us. But it's been very, very successful. Birmingham were expected to finish, I think it's 13th or 14th in the league, maybe 15th. So to finish second and gain the automatic promotion, I'm absolutely thrilled, absolutely delighted with that. And as we can see here, looking at the league table, Troy Deeney finishing with the golden boot, and Przemysław Płacheta coming in as top assists there as well with 16. Troy Deeney most man of the matches. We're not in the clean sheets, but as we can see, we've quite a lot of yellow cards there as well. So delighted to have gained automatic promotion to the Premier League with Birmingham. Let's have a little look at Portsmouth in League One. And as we can see straight away here, the goals doesn't look like much. Michael Jacobs coming in with 11 there. We did Dane Scarlett unknown, and we will look at him in just a moment. He has now gone back to Spurs. Having a quick look at the data hub again, it's the same story. We've created a lot of goals, we've created a lot of chances. Pass completion rate is not so much better than the league average. And in terms of defending, it's been okay. It's not been anything incredible. And generally speaking, from looking at the general performance, it has been very, very promising. We'll have a look at the competitions. As we can see, Papa John's Trophy, we got to the semi-final where we lost to Ipswich 2-1. In the Carabao Cup, we got to the second round, which is, if I remember, is the entry round. In the FA Cup, we've got to the third round where we lost to Bradford City. And in the Sky Bet League One, as we can see here, we'll have a quick look at the league table first. We finished in third in the league. We've gone into the playoffs with that, and as you can see, we finished third there, only on 2 points less. We are 4 points ahead of Portsmouth there. We've gone into the playoffs where we have beat Cambridge on an aggregate of 8-3 over the two legs, and that's put us into the final where we've beat Bolton Wanderers, and we've gained that promotion to the championship. And having a quick look, as we say, Dane Scarlett was on loan with us this season. He has finished the season with an incredible 54 goals in only 50 games, 42 of those goals coming in 41 games in League One. So we're absolutely thrilled with the performance he has there. And as we can see from the rest of the stats there, Jacobs with the most assists, Rowan Curtis with the second most assists, Jacobs, Dale, Scarlett all coming in the top 3 average ratings. Again, not featuring in the clean sheets, but that's okay. And again, featuring quite heavily in the yellow cards as well. And Dale Scarlett coming in second most man of the match awards as well. So very successful with Portsmouth with game promotion, which is what we were hoping for. Let's have a quick look at Rochdale and see how we get on in League 2. And as we can see, let's go back a few steps here. As we can see, Devante Rodney coming in there with 13 goals contributed, along with Ian Henderson. Again, it's not the highest. We have had Quigley on loan, and he finished our top goal scorer. We'll look at him in just a second. Again, similar story from the data hub. Created a lot of opportunities, scored a lot of goals. Defending was average to okay. It wasn't great. And as you can see in the general performance there, expected XG, expected goals, all higher than the league average. Pass completion is about average. Shots on target is about average. Goals against, we are a little bit less, just apologies, distracted there. We are a little bit less than the league average in terms of the goals conceded. So we could have performed maybe a little bit better defensively. A quick look at the competitions. Papa John's Trophy knocked out in the northern section. Carabao Cup knocked out in the third round by Man United, which means we did make a little bit of progress through it to get to that stage. But that's okay. We were not concerned about that. In the FA Cup, we did get to the second round where we got beat by Peterborough. And in League 2, which is the most important one, we're predicted to finish bottom of the league. And we finished in 7th position. So we have... as you can see there, we finished on 72 points, and as you can see there, Scott Quigley has finished with the third most goals in the league for the season. Again, yellow cards, Ben Nelson's picked up the most yellow cards in the league, so the tactic is maybe a little bit aggressive, so be prepared for some bookings and possibly some suspensions. As we look at the league table, we have finished there in 7th. That has been good enough to get us into the playoffs, where unfortunately we've lost to Wimbledon on an aggregate 3-0. Obviously we lost the first leg 3-0 and the second leg at home was 0-0 draw. And as we can see, Wimbledon have gone on then to play against Barrow, who have then got promoted to League 1. So that is it for this tactic. As we say, it is called the Chaos Hammer. It will be available to download in the link below. It has been very, very successful across a few tests that we've done. As we've seen, Erling Haaland scored 123 goals in one of the tests. But that is it for this tactic. I do hope you've enjoyed it. There will be another episode coming very, very soon. We hope we see you in that. In the meantime, as mentioned, you can download the tactic in the description below. We hope you enjoy it. Please do let us know in the comment section how you get on and what success you've had as well. Until then, we will see you in the next one. Thank you and take care. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below and you will be notified when new videos are available. You can of course like, share and comment as well. In the meantime, you can catch one of these recommended videos appearing on screen, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.